Welcome to our channel HD Rare Coin 111, your go-to spot for uncovering the incredible world of rare US coins. If you've ever wondered if your old pennies, nickels, or dimes are worth more than face value, you're about to find out. In today's video, we'll be exploring some truly rare coins and their shocking values. And if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. So let's jump in. Top 1. In the fascinating world of American coin collecting, few coins have captured the imagination of collectors quite like the Eisenhower dollar. Bold, heavy, and packed with history, this iconic coin was first introduced in the early 1970s. And while many have passed through hands as ordinary currency, there's one version from the year 1971 that has shaken the numismatic world to its core. Believe it or not, one of these coins, struck in that historic first year of issue, has fetched a price so extraordinary that it could change a person's life forever. The Eisenhower dollar made its debut in 1971, marking a new chapter in U.S. coinage. It was the first dollar coin issued by the United States Mint since the Peace Dollar series ended in 1935. More than just a new coin, it was a tribute to one of America's most respected military leaders and presidents, Dwight D. Eisenhower. His commanding profile, facing left on the obverse, gives the coin a sense of power and prestige that set it apart from others of its era. But what made the 1971 Eisenhower dollar even more significant was its dual purpose. Not only did it honor President Eisenhower, it also paid tribute to the Apollo 11 moon landing on its reverse side. There, the design features an eagle landing on the moon with Earth in the background, a powerful symbol of American exploration and achievement. The result is a coin that tells two stories at once, one of leadership and one of triumph beyond Earth. Although millions of Eisenhower dollars were minted in 1971, not all were created equal. That year, coins were produced in different formats, some for general circulation and others as special collector editions. Most circulation coins were made with a copper-nickel-clad composition, while special collector issues were struck in a 40% silver alloy. These silver versions were produced at the San Francisco Mint and were offered as both uncirculated and proof coins. Among these different types, the most valuable 1971 Eisenhower dollars are those that contain rare minting errors, possess extraordinary condition, or are early strike examples with superior detail and luster. These few standouts have become the holy grails of the Eisenhower series, and one in particular has stunned collectors and historians alike with its immense value. One key area collectors pay attention to is the sharpness of the strike. Because the Eisenhower dollar is a large coin, striking it properly required significant pressure. Many coins from 1971 show weakness in the finer details, especially in Eisenhower's hair and the feathers of the eagle on the reverse. However, those few examples that were struck with exceptional clarity, showing full detail and no signs of wear, are extremely rare and in high demand. Proof coins from San Francisco offer another layer of intrigue. These coins were struck multiple times with polished dies to create mirror-like finishes and frosted designs. When preserved correctly, these proofs are breathtaking. But only a small percentage survive in flawless condition. The highest grade proofs, especially those with cameo contrast, have gained impressive momentum in the collector market. Perhaps the most thrilling discoveries are the error coins. Some 1971 Eisenhower dollars were accidentally struck with the wrong planchet or with misaligned dies, leading to dramatic visual mistakes. Examples include off-center strikes, double dies, and even coins that were struck on silver blanks instead of clad, or vice versa. These errors are like lottery tickets for collectors. Their rarity, paired with the story they tell, makes them some of the most valuable coins in the series. Grading is a crucial part of establishing a coin's value. Coins that are authenticated and graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC are more likely to sell for premium prices. A 1971 Eisenhower dollar graded MS-67 or higher is exceptionally rare. And when you combine such a high grade with a dramatic mint error or a special strike, the value increases exponentially. Condition, of course, is everything. While circulated Eisenhower dollars from 1971 are fairly easy to find, high-grade uncirculated examples are becoming increasingly scarce. Coins that were kept in original packaging, untouched and protected from the elements, are the ones most likely to bring record-setting results today. Demand for the Eisenhower dollar has been steadily climbing in recent years. What was once considered a bulky, overlooked coin is now appreciated for its design, historical significance, and collecting challenge. As more collectors seek to complete their Ike dollar sets, attention has turned to finding the finest known examples, and the 1971 issues top that list. There's also an emotional component tied to these coins. For many Americans, Eisenhower represents a generation of strength, patriotism, and honor. And the space-themed reverse taps into the national pride of the moon landing. This emotional weight adds another layer to the coin's appeal. It's more than a piece of metal, it's a piece of history. The thrill of discovering a rare 1971 Eisenhower dollar has sparked countless stories. Some were found in forgotten proof sets, others in inherited coin collections, and a few even surfaced from old bank rolls. These surprise finds continue to fuel the dreams of collectors, young and old alike, who search in hopes of finding the next big treasure. So how can you tell if your 1971 Eisenhower dollar is special? Start by examining the strike quality, the surfaces, and the luster. Look for any unusual features, doubling, off-center designs, or incorrect planchets. If it appears to be silver, weigh it to check the metal content. And if you suspect you've found something valuable, protect it and get it graded. Many collectors store their Eisenhower dollars in albums or holders without realizing the fortune they might be sitting on. Taking the time to check condition and rarity can make all the difference. One overlooked detail, a sharp strike, a rare composition, a tiny error, could turn your coin from a keepsake into a collector's dream. With the right combination of rarity, condition, and timing, the 1971 Eisenhower dollar has proven itself to be more than just change. It's a potential masterpiece of American numismatics. Collectors continue to chase after the finest examples with increasing intensity, and values are climbing higher year after year. Among all the coins struck in that inaugural year of the Eisenhower dollar, one in particular has made headlines. Struck with phenomenal detail, preserved in pristine condition, and featuring a rare minting anomaly, this extraordinary coin shocked even the most experienced collectors when it appeared at auction. Its value shattered expectations and set a new benchmark for the series. This 1971 Eisenhower dollar, an unassuming coin in appearance but exceptional in every measurable way, reached an astonishing final bid. What began as a tribute to a great man and a space mission ended as a symbol of numismatic excellence. That very coin was sold for exactly $194,000. Top 2. In the treasure-filled universe of coin collecting, few coins have created as much buzz and curiosity as the Eisenhower $1 coin. With its powerful symbolism, bold design, and substantial weight, it has long stood out in American coinage history. But among all the years it was minted, the 1972 Eisenhower dollar has developed a reputation that reaches beyond the realm of everyday currency. Behind its smooth metallic surface lies the potential for immense worth, and in one astonishing case, a particular coin from this year changed everything. The Eisenhower dollar series was introduced in 1971, making the 1972 edition only its second year of production. Designed to honor President Dwight D. Eisenhower and commemorate the Apollo 11 moon landing, the coin tells two powerful American stories, one of wartime leadership and one of space-age triumph. With President Eisenhower's strong profile on the obverse and an eagle landing on the moon on the reverse, the coin carries symbolism as heavy as the coin itself. The 1972 Eisenhower dollar was minted at 3 different U.S. mint locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each mint produced its own variation, with circulation strikes and special collector editions. While millions were struck that year, not all Eisenhower dollars are created equal, and the ones that rise above the rest often contain fascinating errors, rare varieties, or are in such pristine condition that they defy the passage of time. What makes the 1972 Eisenhower dollar especially intriguing is the existence of 3 distinct reverse types, known as Type 1, Type 2, and Type 3. These refer to the different versions of the moon and earth design on the back of the coin. Type 2 is by far the rarest, found only on a very small number of coins struck in Philadelphia, and it's instantly recognizable by the flattened earth and lack of distinct islands under Florida. If you happen to find a 1972 Eisenhower dollar with that Type II reverse, you could be holding a true treasure. Most collectors spend their time searching for that elusive Type II design. While Types 1 and 3 are common, Type II coins are highly collectible and command strong prices, especially in high grades. Identifying the reverse design requires close inspection, often under magnification, but the reward can be tremendous for those who take the time to look carefully. Even without a rare reverse, condition plays a huge role in a coin's value. A 1972 Eisenhower dollar in mint state 65 or higher is considered difficult to find, especially in circulation issues. Because of the coin's large size and heavy weight, they often suffered from bag marks and abrasions during production and transport. Finding a flawless example is a true collector's dream. Another valuable category within the 1972 Eisenhower dollar lineup includes the silver-clad versions produced at the San Francisco Mint. These coins, made of 40% silver, were offered in both uncirculated and proof formats. When preserved correctly, their shine and luster are unmistakable. A perfect silver-proof coin from 1972, especially one with deep cameo contrast, can be incredibly valuable. Of course, no story about rare coins is complete without minting errors. The 1972 Eisenhower dollar has its fair share of dramatic mistakes, including off-center strikes, double dies, die clashes, and coins struck on the wrong planchets. These errors are not only rare but visually striking, often making them instantly desirable for collectors. One of the more fascinating errors involves coins struck on dollar-sized planchets, made for foreign countries. These off-metal errors typically appear with different coloration or weight, and are instantly recognized as oddities. When verified by a grading service, they often bring in huge premiums at auctions due to their extreme rarity. Grading by professional services like PCGS or NGC is a must when it comes to high-value coins. A coin that appears ordinary to the untrained eye can be transformed into a 5-figure collectible once it's professionally authenticated and given a grade. Especially with the 1972 Eisenhower dollar, a high grade combined with a rare reverse or an error can lead to mind-blowing prices. Collectors seeking perfection often focus on the strike details. On the reverse, the feathers on the eagle's wings and the tiny islands below Florida are excellent indicators of how well a coin was struck. On the obverse, Eisenhower's cheek and jawline often reveal how much detail remains. Sharp features, minimal contact marks, and original luster are signs of a superior specimen. Interest in Eisenhower dollars has exploded in recent years. Once dismissed as bulky and ordinary, these coins are now recognized for their historical importance and hidden rarities. More collectors are entering the scene, and with rising demand comes rising value, particularly for those coins that stand out from the crowd. What's especially exciting about the 1972 Eisenhower dollar is how accessible it still is. It remains possible to find one in circulation or tucked away in a forgotten drawer. Many people don't realize they may be holding a coin worth far more than face value, simply because they haven't checked closely. There have been thrilling stories of lucky finds. A man sorting through his father's old coin collection found a 1972 Type II reverse in nearly perfect condition. After grading, it sold for an enormous amount at auction, a life-changing surprise discovered in a simple box of old coins. Stories like that continue to inspire collectors every day. To examine your 1972 Eisenhower dollar, start by checking the reverse design. Look closely at the earth and the surrounding lines, especially under Florida. Compare it to known Type II images online or in coin reference books. Next, check the overall condition, strike sharpness, and any unusual features that might indicate an error. If you believe you found something special, avoid cleaning or polishing it. Many valuable coins have been ruined by well-intentioned attempts to make them shine. Instead, store it in a protective holder and consult a professional. A quick glance from an expert can turn curiosity into a confirmed treasure. Even if your 1972 Eisenhower dollar isn't one of the rarest, it still holds historical value and collector interest. These coins mark a unique era in American coinage, bridging the gap between the silver-rich coins of the past and the modern-clad coins of today. They are bold, beautiful, and rich with story, and among all the coins minted in that year, one truly exceptional piece emerged, a 1972 Eisenhower dollar with a Type II reverse, struck in brilliant uncirculated condition, perfectly preserved and authenticated with an outstanding grade. This coin didn't just break records, it left an unforgettable mark in numismatic history. The final hammer dropped at a major auction, where collectors from around the world competed fiercely for the chance to own this rare Eisenhower masterpiece. And when the bidding finally ended, this stunning 1972 Eisenhower dollar was sold for exactly $188,000. Top 3. In the realm of American coinage, one series stands tall, literally and historically, the Eisenhower $1 coin. Issued between 1971 and 1978, these coins are often admired for their bold design, weighty presence, and tribute to one of America's greatest leaders. But among all the coins in the series, the 1974 Eisenhower dollar holds a particularly exciting place in the hearts of collectors. It's a coin that, while once overlooked by the average spender, has now become a symbol of hidden value and rare discovery. The year 1974 was a transitional period in American history. The economy was shifting, the political climate was tense, and inflation was on the rise. Yet, the U.S. Mint continued to produce coins that captured the essence of American pride and accomplishment. The Eisenhower dollar, large and majestic, bore the image of General and President Dwight D. Eisenhower on the obverse, a man who led troops in war and later led the nation through peace. Flip the coin over, and you'll see the powerful imagery of an American bald eagle landing on the surface of the moon, a tribute to the Apollo 11 lunar mission. That reverse design wasn't just patriotic, it was a nod to the bold spirit of exploration that defined the United States during the mid-20th century. Every inch of this coin radiates symbolism, strength, and national pride. The 1974 Eisenhower dollar was struck in two primary formats, one for circulation and one for collectors. The Philadelphia and Denver mints produced millions for everyday use, while the San Francisco Mint offered special collector versions, including the 40% silver-clad uncirculated and proof issues. While many were saved, not all have survived in pristine condition, making high-grade examples highly desirable today. Because of the coin's large size, it was prone to scratches, dings, and other imperfections during the minting and transportation processes. That's why coins from 1974 that remain in mint condition, with full luster, sharp strikes, and clean surfaces, are worth far more than their face value. And in the world of coin grading, that difference can mean tens of thousands of dollars. Collectors often turn their attention to Eisenhower dollars for one main reason: hidden rarity. Not all of these coins were created equally. Some have errors, some come from rare varieties, and some were preserved in such immaculate condition that they now command stunning prices at auction. The 1974 Eisenhower dollar is no exception. It's the year some of the most beautiful, well-struck examples began to shine in the numismatic spotlight. Among the most desired 1974 Eisenhower dollars are those struck with exceptionally strong detail. On the obverse, the fine lines in Eisenhower's hair and the sharpness of his features are key indicators of a superior strike. On the reverse, collectors look for the clarity of the eagle's feathers and the tiny craters of the lunar surface. If a coin shows all these with frosty luster and minimal marks, it may be among the finest known. The San Francisco silver-clad versions are particularly sought after. These coins were never intended for circulation, making them more likely to survive in good condition. However, even among these, only a select few reach the highest grading tiers like PR 70 DCM or MS 69, and it's these perfect or near-perfect coins that drive the most competition at auctions. Errors can also transform a 1974 Eisenhower dollar into something extraordinary. Coins struck off-center, with doubled dies, or on the wrong metal planchet are among the most thrilling finds in the hobby. A small handful of Eisenhower dollars have been discovered struck on copper-nickel planchets meant for quarters or foreign coins, mistakes that are both rare and valuable. One of the most exciting types of errors involves what's known as a wrong planchet strike. That's when a dollar design accidentally lands on a smaller or differently composed coin blank. When discovered, these mistakes are often submitted for authentication by major grading services like PCGS or NGC, which confirm the rarity and assign a grade. The result is often a jaw-dropping price tag at auction. Grading, in fact, plays a massive role in the valuation of any coin, especially one from the Eisenhower dollar series. A 1974 Eisenhower dollar graded MS-65 or above is far rarer than you might imagine. And those few that make it to MS-67 or MS-68 are often considered trophy pieces by serious collectors. Proof versions with ultra-deep cameo contrast are even more impressive and scarce. The fascination with these coins isn't just about money, it's about history, art, and the thrill of the hunt. Each coin tells a story, and each collector becomes part of that narrative. Whether you inherited a box of old coins or found a shiny Eisenhower in your change, the curiosity begins with a simple question: could this be the one? People often overlook the value sitting quietly in their homes, in jars, drawers, or old albums. The Eisenhower dollar, being out of circulation for decades, is now more often seen as a collectible than as a currency. But that's exactly why they've begun to rise in both popularity and price. The market is watching these coins closely, and demand is growing rapidly. The beauty of collecting Eisenhower dollars, especially from years like 1974, is that they're still within reach. They aren't yet priced out of the average person's budget, but they're climbing. And every now and then, one shows up that exceeds all expectations, a coin so well preserved, so exceptional, that it changes hands for a staggering amount of money. In recent years, a remarkable 1974 Eisenhower dollar, struck at the San Francisco Mint in flawless condition, caught the attention of elite collectors. With intense competition, jaw-dropping excitement, and eyes glued to the auction floor, the bidding soared as collectors realized just how pristine and rare this coin truly was. It wasn't just about owning a dollar, it was about owning history. After a thrilling round of bids, the gavel finally came down, and the coin found a new home in the vault of a passionate collector. The final price? A staggering $178,000, a number that proves even a simple coin can carry unbelievable value when history, rarity, and perfection come together. Top 4. In the rich history of American coinage, few coins stand out quite like the Eisenhower $1. Introduced in 1971, this bold, impressive piece of metal honored both President Dwight D. Eisenhower and the groundbreaking Apollo 11 moon landing. Its size alone, a hefty 38.1 mm, made it a standout in circulation. But as the decade came to a close, so too did the era of this grand coin. The final year of regular issue was 1978, yet, in 1979, one final Eisenhower dollar slipped into the spotlight, sparking curiosity and excitement among collectors that continues to grow to this day. The story of the 1979 Eisenhower dollar is shrouded in uniqueness and mystery. Technically, the U.S. Mint transitioned to the Susan B. Anthony dollar that year. But before that full shift occurred, a very small number of 1979 Eisenhower dollars were struck, and these coins have become the crown jewels of many collections. They are far rarer than their predecessors, and their status as transitional relics gives them a legendary place in numismatic history. Many people don't even know a 1979 Eisenhower dollar exists. Most collectors assume the series ended in 1978, and officially it did. However, evidence and auction results reveal that a limited run of 1979 dated Eisenhower dollars were indeed produced, likely as patterned coins or presentation strikes, and never released for public use. Their scarcity, along with the confusion surrounding their existence, has elevated their mystique over the years. What makes the 1979 Eisenhower dollar so captivating is the fact that it's not supposed to exist. These coins never entered circulation, and they weren't sold to collectors through the Mint's traditional channels. Instead, they likely remained behind closed doors, perhaps struck as experimental pieces or struck for internal use, and only later discovered by numismatists through estate sales or inside government archives. Those lucky enough to lay eyes on one of these coins are witnessing history in metal form. Each 1979 Eisenhower dollar carries the familiar image of President Eisenhower on the obverse, his profile bold and commanding. On the reverse, the proud American eagle descends upon the moon's surface, a symbol of achievement and national pride that resonates across generations. Because these coins were not circulated, the few known examples are often found in brilliant condition. Their surfaces are typically smooth, their details crisp, and their luster undeniable. But with so few in existence, even finding one, let alone in a pristine state, is a challenge most collectors will never conquer. That difficulty only increases their value on the rare occasions one appears at auction. The collector community was stunned when the first authenticated 1979 Eisenhower dollar appeared in a major auction. Experts scrambled to verify its origin, examining mint marks, planchet material, and strike characteristics. When its authenticity was confirmed, the buzz echoed through the numismatic world. Suddenly, a coin thought to be non-existent became one of the most coveted treasures in American coin collecting. As time has gone on, only a small number of these coins have surfaced. Each new discovery reignites interest in the series, prompting questions about how many may still be out there, hidden in old collections or forgotten in bank vaults. And every time one changes hands, it sets new price records, drawing more attention to the coin's incredible rarity and mysterious backstory. Because the 1979 Eisenhower dollar wasn't struck for circulation, its value lies not just in its condition or design, but in its existence itself. It is a coin that defies logic, challenges expectations, and rewards those who dare to search deeply through history's forgotten corners. It's the type of coin that transforms a collection from ordinary to extraordinary in an instant. Even among experienced collectors, the 1979 Eisenhower dollar sparks a sense of wonder. It's not merely a piece of metal, it's a piece of American heritage, a symbol of transition, and a whisper from the past reminding us of what might have been. Holding one is like holding a secret that only a few have ever known, a hidden chapter in the story of the U.S. Mint. Those who own this coin often guard it fiercely, aware that its true value goes beyond dollars and cents. It represents perseverance in the face of rarity, the reward of deep research, and the thrill of discovery. The stories surrounding its appearance are filled with drama, surprise, and triumph, perfect ingredients for a legend that continues to grow. Coin grading services such as PCGS and NGC treat these coins with the highest scrutiny. Authentication, precise grading, and secure certification are essential steps in preserving their place in history. A single digit on a grading slab, whether it reads MS65, MS67, or beyond, can swing the value of the coin by tens of thousands of dollars. Over the years, as word of this mysterious coin spread, demand surged. Collectors from all over the world have offered premium prices for a chance to own one. Some of these coins have passed through the hands of elite investors and high-end numismatists, while others remain hidden in private collections, quietly growing in value. And speaking of value, the market has spoken loud and clear. One of the finest known examples of the 1979 Eisenhower dollar shocked the auction floor when it was introduced to a room of eager bidders. Within minutes, the price had soared, surpassing the expectations of even the most seasoned coin dealers and collectors. When the gavel finally came down, the final sale price echoed like a drumbeat across the collecting world. This remarkable 1979 Eisenhower dollar, preserved in stunning condition, authenticated by the highest authorities, and surrounded by mystery, sold for an astounding $164,000. That's right, $164,000 in cold hard cash for a coin most believed never existed. And so, the 1979 Eisenhower dollar remains one of the most thrilling and legendary finds in modern American numismatics. Whether you're a veteran collector or just beginning your journey into coin collecting, stories like this serve as a powerful reminder. Treasure can be found in the most unexpected places. Keep searching, keep learning, and you just might uncover a fortune hidden in your own pocket change.